all really wanting the same thing.
Yeah.
Why is it so difficult for different ideologies and philosophies to get along? Because ultimately we're all seeking the same truth.
You teaching. But so what came to my mind as you said that is spiritual maturity. See, when you are spiritually mature, you respect the truth wherever the truth comes from. So most of us, we are engaged in religion, but we are religious gangbanging and spiritual set tripping. It's either you are with my denomination or you going to hell. But the fact, the truth is that even the term denomination is anti-God.
Yep.
And most people don't want to accept it, but God is bigger than your church. He's bigger than your mosque. He's bigger than your denomination. Matter of fact, he's bigger than your religion.
Right.
Denomination, the prefix D means to divide. Nami in Latin means name and a nation. So denomination is dividing up a nation with a name. And we seen that in the great writing of Willie Lynch.
Yeah.
He was hired in 1712 to be a business consultant to the slave traders in America. And he said, General, I got a foolproof plan.
Right.
That if you employ 1 year to be successful for 300 years, he said, all I've done is I've taken and outlined a number of differences among the slaves and I make them bigger than what they really are. And he named 11 different things: age, color, size of plantation, status, coarse hair, straight hair, 11. And he said 11 of these will make them perpetually disunited and disagreeable with themselves for 300 years, maybe even 1,000.
Yeah, and that story was revealed to us in the 70s, and it still feels like we haven't grasped that concept.
We haven't broken it.
If it's shown to us that it's, look, here's how they will divide you.
Yeah.
But even, like you said, even outside of our culture, we see it in great philosophers, great men of God. They still can't, if it's all the same truth.
Right.
Wars have been fought over this.
Well, no one has a monopoly on truth. So now here you have black people. Willie Lynch is saying I can make them disunited, disagreeable, and enemies of each other, self-refuel and self-perpetuate. You don't have to do nothing no more. They'll mess themselves up with these 11 for 300 years. Well, that would have been over in 2012. But here we are in 2024 and we still operating under the same map. So what have they done? They've allowed new differences, new labels that are really unnatural to create us into a perpetual cycle of disagreement. So now we are not just old versus young, male versus female, small plantation and I with the other. Now we Democrat, we Republican.
Right.
Now we Kappa, we Q. Now we Baptist, Methodist, Episcopalian, Church of God in Christ, we Sunni, we Shia. So all these new labels, they're really sub-labels that are subordinate to the real label we are that you find in Psalms 8:2-6. Ye are all God's children of the Most High God. So because we in the nation and we in Islam take a cosmopolitan approach toward religion, and not, cosmopolitan for those in the viewing audience. I'm not talking about the little naked white women on the magazine.
Right.
Cosmopolitan means universal.
Yeah.
We believe in all the messengers, all the prophets, all of the revealed word that came from all of them, and we make no distinctions among any of them. So we respect the Torah like we do the gospel like we do the Quran, and the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We see all of that as divine wisdom and truth. That's how you should be when you have spiritual maturity.
Right.
But unfortunately, a lot of our people don't. And I tell a story whenever I'm blessed to speak in a church. I said there was a man drowning in the river one day, and a Muslim and a Christian and a Jew showed up to save him. The Christian threw his rope out, and it was too short to save the man. Then here comes the Jew. He throws his rope out. It's too short to save the man. The Muslim throws his rope out. It's too short to save the man. Now they got one or two options. Either they gonna stand on the bank of the river and argue over whose rope is the best, or they gonna use some common sense and tie all three ropes together and save that man. So we at a stage right now where playing word gymnastics and spiritual pontificating and religious gangbanging and spiritual set tripping has to come to an end. Our people are dying in the streets. We got to tie all the ropes together.
Tie it together.
So truth is truth.
Man, it's so powerful. You're saying so much. You teaching right now.